Alright, I'm back. I can see chat. We had to start the day over because of the technical difficulties, but life throws us challenges, and this was a very small one by comparison to most. So let's all be happy about it, right? Okay, we are up and going for the day. I am trying to make sure I have all my ores processed, and I can get to crafting everything that I want to craft. And running the recycler out to get everything I can for components, because I'm going to start making some crystal paths and some sprinklers that use these and all sorts of niftiness. Oop, I had the wrong gold selected. There we go. And I took some time last time around to make sure that I have a much more accessibly planned out situation. And we are pretty much just straight making coal on the kiln, and then running fish for a lot of stuff. We're gonna turn over dairy and other things, but the big goal here is to run ourselves out of fish. So go ahead and change over the blueberry. No, I very specifically don't want you to eat it. I want you to put it in the dehydrator. Whew. I swear, sometimes it's brain and body. Okay. Now let's start a dairy turnover. I need to go get some eggs. Oh boy. There we go. I color coded them, and I need to remember that. But I'm not good at remembering stuff, so I'm just gonna flail for a quick second or two. It's not gonna be too bad. My hope is that if there's one thing the average person can get out of this channel, it's a sense of how to come to terms with it when your brain radically changes what it's capable of midway through life. Because that is my big challenge, and doing my best to deal with it without damaging other people about it. But I used to write books, and now I regularly mix up right and left in ways that have painful consequences for me. And what else can you say? That's just the thing that happens sometimes. Life is not fair. So, I'm doing my best with it. But I have had a lot of brain injuries over a relatively short portion of my life. And some were like straight up physical head trauma type injuries, and some were like psychological injuries that turned physical because they were just so. How did my barn get closed? Oh, this is the new barn. Jesus, I forgot I have a whole new barn. This is what I'm talking about, though. So, here we go. Everything's back up and running again. So I'm happy that we're all back. Oh, that's unique. I think I might have a big fiddlehead fern growing on my farm. It's a fern farm. I think I forgot to let it do these the last couple days. But we'll get some. Didn't forget all week. Come on, RC. Alright, row is sketched out. Let's turn over in here. Get things caught back up to where we were again. Deep breaths, Tina. That little technical snare was just enough to make me have to think more than I necessarily wanted to. So it wasn't like bad, but it wasn't great. I'm gonna go make some more rice. Let's just drop that in the mill. And then let's run some potatoes. One thing I have learned about head trauma is that it's not all thumpy thump. Sometimes it's something like you develop some seizures, and over the years they just fry things out, even though you never got hit in that area. There's nothing you can really do about that. It's still a brain injury. Oop, I don't need that. I need you in the stash, though. That's going to be some decent mine food right there. And getting ready for winter. Oh, what am I doing? There is a chest in the house that goes. Okay. Next thing's next. Let's go. I'm gonna go turn over the shed a few more times. I don't need to be in a rush to the field. I can do that any time of day because we're not really leaving the farm today. Wow, that gold's up already. Crabs. And I need to go get the eggs. That's what I was trying to do before. Holy crap, Tina. Executive function, it's a thing. Learn how to use it. Alright, those other things can sit put until I need gifts. I want to make mayonnaise. crabs. Eyeglasses. We have some wool, and we have some drop-offs. Okay. Most of what I'm holding that would get in the way of crafting can just be dropped in the bin right outside. So let's cycle through these fish one more time, and then we will go take care of some more outside chores. Yeah, let's drop off some stuff in the old bin. I put a second crop bin right here so I don't have to keep running up to the top of the farm on my cycle days. I just have to come right over here and drop stuff off. Okay, there's all that. Now I need my wheat. We're planting wheat cross-season to preserve some of the fertilizing and to maximize what we can get for flour for my own recipes and keg stuffs. So we might not be planting the whole fall field on fall one, not just because of stamina this time, but also because some of it might not turn over till fall two or three. But that's cool because that means that we can prioritize areas that do turn over, and we've got corn that's multi-season, and we've got some sunflowers growing. So that stages out the beginning of fall in a way that takes some of the pressure off turning the land over, because there's nothing that's going to be unproductive for multiple days. And I like that. So yeah, I've been looking a lot at mods. We're gonna use the full setup for cornucopia, but then I'm also adding stuff like cannabis and hemp, and some of the cities and extra lands mods have new crops that they introduce and new culinary recipes that they introduce. So those are gonna add on to what we're doing with cornucopia, and that's gonna be exciting. And that whole mod homebrew list that I'm working on my own when I need something to just relax and not talk to people for a bit is it's a thing I'm gonna be designing to share. Hey, today's a lot better than yesterday was, I'll tell you that. Like I'm here and I did Terraria before I got on here, so it's gonna be a double stream for a weeknight, so way better than yesterday's cancellation for sure. Yesterday I wasn't sick like with symptoms or migraines or anything. It was just an issue of I'm autistic and I can only talk so much. And I had a lot of stuff life management wise this week that I had to talk to people about. So I just needed a day of working on mods and not talking to people before I was going to be ready to come back here after all of that. Hmm. All right. That is a hefty pile of stuff for such a little brewery as the one I've got here. We might wind up dehydrating some of those melons. It just sort of depends on how things pan out. But yeah, when that wine comes up later in the week, we're gonna make tea, and then we're gonna start brewery stuff, and work through our hops and grains for fall. That's gonna be my main fall brewery project is turning it over for beer, because beer gives you a much faster return than wine, even if it doesn't give you quite the same percentage markup. Okay, so mussels. Tomorrow, we're actually taking a day away from the processing, and we're going to go to the desert, because I'm going to buy an obscene pile of speed grow for multiple seasons, and then we're going to cut down a bunch of trees that I left there, assuming they actually grew. Like with the new desert event, I'm not sure how that's going to affect my habit of throwing down trees across the entire desert and coming back to harvest them later. But we're going to find out tonight. I'm betting on it working the way that the luau does, though, where it's just a different map that loads for the event. If my gut's right about that, then we should have a ton of trees. Which is why I'm being so indiscriminate about burning literally all the wood that I have right now. Because it doesn't matter. We're going to go get a ton of wood tomorrow, and that's the wood that I keep, because now I have a big pile of charcoal for processing fish, and I don't need to make more until I get significantly lower. So today was all around really super successful, and I have some tomatoes for my preserve jars, and the Gold Star blueberries are going to go in the preserve jars, and Gold Star melons should, or no, Silver Star melons go in the other room. That's right. Okay. Brain stalled out for a second there, but I'm okay. That is, yeah, I'm getting quite the pile of stuff for culinary, and I don't think there's many melon recipes. I really do think that that's just a big pile for the mine. This doesn't feel right. Whew. I hope that's not going to give me too big a ride. But my brain is starting to feel a tad electric. All right, we have finished with coal turnover, and we have finished with ore turnover. Now it really is all about what we can get with the fish. So I'm going to turn singles and small stacks and tilapia. No. There we go. Work shed has come along really well. Eventually I'm going to get those kegs out and into their own place. And then I'm going to fill out my machines downward more. Probably not actually going to add a ton. I'm going to fill out that row of smokers, but I don't plan on adding smokers down below that. I plan on filling out what's down below that with stuff like the extractor and the geode crusher and that kind of stuff. Okay, we haven't hardly used any energy today, and we have a little time to kill while machines turn over. So, oh, shnikes. Forgot to check the upper field. There's a whole batch of stuff to get here. Even some new ancient fruit. So yeah, anyway, let's make some mahogany. Get some hardwood out of this situation. Wow, I planted more of it than I thought. This is gonna be great. Yeah, this puts me in a really good spot with regard to wanting Robin to do that next upgrade. Let's go grab the rest of the wheat, and we'll tuck that in right before bed. We'll leave more processing turnover for tomorrow. Do a little bit of it in the morning while we're waiting for Pam. Then we'll leave the harvest until the evening when we come back. Yeah, heck, throw a little bit through it. We don't need to do the whole thing. But, yeah, let's slide the interest into the seed maker. And then while we're up here, we may as well turn over dairy. No. And I need another stack of milk. And grain, stop. Let's hold on to those for this lot. And now it's time to run to bed. Just trying to make sure I have everything in identifiable to me spots before I sleep. There we go. I really can't wait to get this house expanded because I want to give myself some room to actually decorate and play. So I need those extra rooms for my preserve jars. Yeah, I'm gonna walk through with the site. We got 4 hours to kill till Pam can drive us out to the desert anyway, and we're not running the skull cavern yet. I need to get to the bottom of the mine before we mess with that. It's rice. Alright, they want 5 frozen tears. And these are the last honeys of the season, so we can grab the flowers later today or tomorrow. Oh boy, I need to go drop some stuff. Alright, you are going for culinary. Everything else moves as it should be. Whew. There we go. Anything else that needs to go in there? I may as well keep a little maple syrup in the fridge, but that summer spangle honey, that's going. That's going to be nice. I'm saving those specifically for the greenhouse. We're propagating out what's in the field to send it out to the greenhouse as soon as I get that unlocked, which is going to be here in fall as soon as I get a couple things harvested. It's all very on track in that regard, even if I'm a disoriented person. I have a bunch of stuff here that can take itself out to payday, though. So let's drop that in here. We're doing pretty good. Like, we're almost up to 500,000 this week. And then what I'm going to do is lightly process as I pass um, through most of fall as I run to the bottom of the mine. And then after we clear the mine, I'm going to process all my goods in late fall and early winter. And when I run out of goods to process, we're just going to run the skull cavern solid till the end of the year. That's the game plan. It's not that I don't do skull cavern, it's that this is a well-rounded playthrough, so we got other goals, and then we're going to come right back around and skull cavern it up once we have a bunch of fish to smoke in the chest, or a bunch of fish smoked and nothing in the chest. We'll run crab pots and let it pile back up while we run skull caverns. Oh, mushroom flip. The mushrooms are every 4 days, and the more trees you plant them around, the more they produce, up to 5 per log. And the type of tree affects it. I don't have it all memorized, but what I do know is that if you want morels, chanterelles, purple, and red in the mix along with commons, then you plant them around the 3 primary tapper trees with nothing else like fruit nearby. There are definitely more detailed things you could look at, but that's what stuck with me after reading, and it's functional. And I don't ask my memory to be more detailed than what works. If I remember what works and generally the principle behind why, details are things you can look back on. You can consult them whenever I need to by just doing a little reading. Do not need to worry about the fact that I can't remember it. Good crystallarian pops as well. Okay. The dehydrator does not have any regard for star levels, so those may as well go there. I have a ton of syrups backed up, so those may as well go for extra income, and that diamond I'm not going to need. But the rest of it comes back with me. And I'll come back for those flowers later. They're not going to be super important though. Oh, I got some summer squash over there. Okay, it's time to put stuff up and get our butts over to the train. Or not the train, the Pam. We're going to see Pam. The train can take care of itself. Our best run is Pam. There's a nice pile of blueberries I'm getting for the dehydrator. I decided since they're not really great for wine, and I have a bunch of other stuff for the preserve jar, that just plain old blueberries are perfect for dehydrating, and so are cranberries because they're valuable, but you produce so much of them that you can get a few batches of wine or preserves and still turn a whole like quality tier over to dehydration. Like I'm making preserves out of the gold, I'm cooking with the silver, and I am dehydrating the standards. And that's kind of cool. Like it's all works out on different levels. All right, I'm gonna replant mahogany later after I'm done culling it out, but we have enough right there for the house upgrade. So I think I'm gonna book Robin for that tomorrow before I worry about finalizing the last upgrades on the vehicle. That is what I think. I also think since cloth has been starting to pile up lately, that we're gonna take a break when I'm not trying to make as much money as possible in a week. And we're gonna chill out and enjoy ourselves some sewing and dyeing time. Winter's long. We'll have some time to make some new shirts, right? Maybe a skirt or two. And I'm looking forward to that. Okay, some of this stuff needs to go back in its place in here. Come on. The mushrooms can go in the fridge. I need some culinary mushrooms. I'll get you. Y'all can sit there. Let's go to the house and get moving. I might want to grab some specialty fish oil. I'm gonna need that for stir fry. Now let's go. It's no triple shot, but it ain't bad. Let's go to the desert. And I am looking for my thermos. Where did I set that little bee? Hmm. There it is. Thirsty. And I'm not going to finish this whole thing tonight, but I'm going to have a little more before I call it off. I am running on the stuff because I got insomnia in the middle of the night last night after a little bit of PTSD attack. And I got up and I started modding Stardew to get the demons out before I had to go to work. So I spent a good 6 hours this morning while y'all were asleep at like, 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. when the modded Stardew. And we have a forest to cut down in the desert. Look at this. This is beautiful. Just hundreds and hundreds of wood will go home with again. There's no way I finished cutting it all in one day. Okay. I'm gonna want beets for the fall for sugar. I don't know if we'll get 150 planted, but I know we'll get the greenhouse. So I can always run some sugar beets in there. Because I'm not doing the whole greenhouse in ancient fruit. I'm going to do about half in ancient fruit. And I think I'm only going to plant a few cactus seeds and those in planters. So we might do star fruit on the other side. I might pick something else just to be doing something for fun. Ancient fruit is the way to go to save up money quickly for certain things, but I would rather not optimize if it means I'm going to have more fun by just role-playing more diverse and interesting fun for myself. That should keep us going a couple seasons, though. And let's get the green tunic. And I want a mannequin. Yeah. Something for me to put my stuff on. We might get a clothesline later, but I need to order the house upgrade before I can put too many decorations around. Cool. Thank you, Sandy. I'm gonna wait on the old world rug. I like you though. Thank you for carrying interesting stuff. I'll tell Emily you said hi while I'm hitting on Alrighty. Let's get what we can get out of this. Grab some forageables. And just generally have a chill old time away from the farm in the middle of processing week. And then we'll see what we can do to run through fish. Big part of year 3 for me is going to be building kegs and also taking some good luck days to run through and get the jellies that I need to keep expanding the fish smoker. What I would like to do eventually is to be able to run like a quarter of a shed of fish smokers for late game. Something big enough that like I'm running basically through the thing, and when I get done, I'm going to the chest to get the next stack of fish, because they're about to turn over on the first end. That's the eventual goal, but it's going to take some time to find that out. Not too much longer than it takes to farm out a bunch of casks, though, when you consider I only need one smoker for every, like, 5 casks I'm going to build. They're not casks, kegs. So yeah, the big mod list that I'm doing is not just about adding new areas to explore or new crops, it's about rebalancing the game to play some differently. I love the game, but a lot of what gets my confusion up is the sense of time pressure and how quickly a day passes and how many things there are to choose between for what you're going to do. And then the frustration that comes when you have to think about whether or not you're going to restart a day because you forgot something and you can't do a thing without walking home, and that's going to put you at halfway through the day. So instead, it is rebalanced with much more an emphasis off time management gaming and on energy management gaming. Time still passes fast enough that you can play through a day in about 2 hours, but keeping the energy to keep moving through a 2-hour day without giving up that productive time means you have to garden strategically, you have to pursue cooking recipes, you have to focus on things like fishing for working capital before your crops pop so that you can afford salads from Gus. Relationship building, you get more recipes faster. It's a significantly different set of priorities from the first season or so in the way the game is usually approached. It also changes time scales, because if a day takes 2 hours instead of 20 minutes, you're aiming to hit perfection in 3 to 4 years, not 5 to 10. Which means that you have to do more things to make money, because you're not going to sit there and grind year after year on ancient fruit. So that's where the expanded crops and new artisanal machines and other stuff like that come in, and also where automation comes in. Part of the rebalance is making it so it's still a challenge even if you're automating just about all your artisanal machinery and creating factorio-style processing centers where you drop geodes and trash and raw fish in one side and pull bait and refined ore and other construction materials and minerals out the other. So that's the kind of thing I'm looking at and thinking about as I set up the big mod experience. I'm at 42 mods tested in as of today, and I have not added any new locations, events, or NPCs yet. Just crops, mechanical changes, and new artisan machines. So there's still a long way to go before it's a finished mod list, but we're getting there. It's definitely going to be fun to play. I've been testing it in as it goes, manually tweaking the time scale until it gets to just right to feel like I'm going to do a single day and then take a break in the stream. And that's the goal. When I start streaming the modded version of Stardew, it's going to be Stardew one day at a time. I might do multiple streams per day, but each stream is one day that's between 80 minutes and 2 hours. And that gives you just enough time throughout the day that you can do a major fishing thing for a particular fish at one time a day when it's available, while still being able to visit people in town and socialize at another point in the day and prioritize either mining or a farm project. It's enough time to walk the entire forage grounds on a morning walk saying hi to people and still feel like you can do something with the day. And for a game that's about making friends, I like that. I like that it feels like a small town. You got to wait around for shops to open sometimes because you finished your farm chores and your field isn't big enough this season to keep you busy yet, and you just have 20 minutes to kill. Like, people talk about immersive, but I don't know if you've ever, like, worked agriculture, but there's a lot of hurry up and wait, and I wanted to introduce some of that back into the games where you'd have more encouragement to chill out and just casually talk to people to open up stories and stuff without making it a thing to socialize. It feels more organic. And a longer day gives you more time to explore the bigger map and visit additional destinations that are added that work the way that the desert does, where you access them through bus or boat or minecart. And then, yeah, I've been doing a lot of thinking about how the game plays, what makes it challenging, how to significantly automate it without making it a gimme, where it's just a cheat sandbox. So this is sort of like my first beginner experiment in game balance and how the mechanics work together, and I'm just sort of feeling it out like a hobbyist maker. And it's cool, I like it. Alright, let's sleep. That's a day. Might actually made more than I spent. Close, if not there. Alright, let's pop the mannequin in there. I want to try on my new tunic. There we go, I like that. Okay, we're gonna put the stereotypical lesbian flannel shirt away, and we're gonna keep wearing the link top. Check it out! Link's top. That's what my shirt says. Seriously, though, I think that's what it was based on. Was the original Legend of Zelda design for the tunic. Alright, Rainbow Trout. Let's do another straggler pile. We're almost just down to convenient stacks. I try to run these straggler piles when I'm not already in a rhythm to work through them while I'm warming up. And the dehydrator is another thing I kind of want to go big on. It only takes the sale price up to gold star quality, but if your preserve jars are full and your tag has higher markup stuff to do, it still takes all your normal and upgrades it to gold star quality. Like, is it an optimized way for endgame cash? No. But is it better than quick sailing stuff in terms of what you're going to get out of it? Yeah. Like, no doubt, gonna lean into that. Okay. Put some stuff away. And put some stuff away. And put that out. These. Convenient stack them. There we go. And let's go drop some stuff. Take some things into the house. Yeah, it's still working. Yeah, this is all flowing pretty well, actually. Tuck those away for when fall officially starts. And let's go for a walk. Alright, there we go. More wheat. Got a whole wheat field now. Birdies. Alright, more mushrooms. And I'm piling up in the house for stir fry right now, so the common ones take everything up there. And let's see. Looks like it's just hops and tomatoes over here. Should be able to grab those. go back up after the flowers and syrups in a little bit. Mm-hmm. And let's flip some stuff over. That comes with milk as we process the. There we go. Get those out of here. That out of here. Smoke those up. More mayonnaise. And I'm gonna need another pile of milks. Okay. Take some stuff out and then we'll walk up near the top. Now that speed grow can get dumped off for now. Toss that up in the holding chest. I need to upgrade that to a big chest soon. Or just switch between which one I'm using for what up there. Because I've got that big one right next to it that I was using for artisan goods. It's gonna give the fairy roses a late start, but there's sunflowers around to cover the first couple go rounds anyway. Okay. Let's throw flowers in the artisanal goods chest for now until I decide which ones I'm going to sell, which ones I'm going to keep for other purposes, and which ones I'm going to give away. And the poppies have some culinary purposes too, so. Oh, it's beer time. You know what? Let's wait on the wheat because we're still going to be making that into next season. And let's start with the hops and make us some pale ales. All right, that's looking nice. So that just made today a really nice payday too. That's a plain spangle. We can drop that one for now. And let's put some wheat in. I never did get up to robins today. Let's try that tomorrow. Prioritize it earlier in the day. I wanted to get some processing pushed through after not doing any yesterday. And let's do another runt pile. There we go. I really, really love that the smoker does preserve star level, unlike most artisan things. I wish more of them did. More of them will when I get done with my rebalance. The three things I'm prioritizing in terms of improving the processes on the artisan stuff are automation, condensing the actual footprint in world, and mm, new recipes and varieties so that I'm not grinding out the same few things. And yeah, the idea behind that is to make it so that you still have to do the work to earn the resources, so it's not just cheat modding, but it plays differently so that some of the stuff that does just require repetitive action without strategizing gets toned down in favor of new ways of thinking about the challenge of navigating the game. Okay. Just sorting through some of the stuff can go up to my gift chest. Some of it is going to be put to use relatively soon here. Some of it can straight out go to different chests because it's miscategorized. Yeah, that's better. That's supposed to be my dump chest for loadouts and stuff, not my permanent dump chest for stuff that I might use later, but I'm not using now. Gifts chest. I'm gonna have to take a day to go gifting relatively soon here, with it being the end of the season and all. Those coconuts are coming with me because they're gonna be coconut wine. We're making Malibu. Anyone who tries to insist Malibu is a rum and not a wine is gonna get checked on the alcohol percentage. I may not drink anymore, but I used to know a lot about it because I used to really like alcohol history and culture and all that kind of stuff. I can't really stand to be around it anymore for a lot of complicated reasons. Mostly not stemming from my own individual relationship to it, but from the fact that as a disabled person, being around a lot of people who are drunk and have their decision making inhibited is not always the safest thing for me, even if they mean well. And so I've just kind of gotten to the point where I associate that with a heightened level of danger to the point where I can't enjoy being any place I can smell it or any place I can tell that the majority of people are using it even lightly. It just, it's not exactly a PTSD attack, but I can't ever convince myself that things are actually okay and get that quiet danger zone sense to quiet to just completely stop. I'm always managing some level of anxiety in those environments, and so I just avoid them because I don't need to socialize with people who are going to insist on my anxiety to do it. It's just, I don't need to. I have other outlets to keep myself emotionally healthy without having to rely on socializing with people who don't meet me where I'm at. Okay, where are those frozen tears? How are those doing? I've got 3 out of the 5 I need, so we're gonna need to go see Clint tomorrow, and we're gonna need to go see Robin tomorrow. And I need to do those things early in the day before I lose track of stuff. Clint and Robin. And I don't think we're actually going to get to the end of processing in the time frame I've set aside for processing right now. We're just going to make progress to make a big payday so I have a bunch of money to work with. That's the whole goal here. And I'm taking a minute to look at what else I can put together. That's going to be good. That'll make us some money. Blueberries. Let's get to work. We got new dehydrators in place. Okay. May as well run some coal while we're in here. It's not like we're running low on wood out there. I haven't even bothered to replant my tree farms yet because we're so far from the end of them. And where am I at for fish smoker? Okay, I need a day going after cave jelly, which means I need to get on the other side of fall planting before I'm going to worry too hard about it. The secret to cave jelly is you need a luck boosting food and a good luck day. Moderate good luck is okay, but you can really clean up if you can get to level 100 on a super high luck day, because level 100 is your best chance of getting it. And it's actually really easy to pick up in quantity in the right spot on the right lucky day. Otherwise, it's a bit of a grind. So we're going to strategically go after those jellies on high luck days. And I'm not really trying to fish or run my crab pots outside of high luck days. We're going to run the dungeons and work on other farm projects on neutral and low luck days. And that's how we're balancing when we fish versus when we prioritize other stuff from here out. Smoking stuff is really profitable, especially since it preserves star level. But to get the smokers, you gotta grind the fishing anyway. And to get the best results for smokers so that you can get a quick turnover, you gotta go ahead and commit to the good luck day pattern. You're just not gonna make it work for yourself otherwise. I'm definitely putting in a second row of recyclers when I get these kegs moved out to the round shed. That is for sure. Mm. But yeah, since I reorganized this the other day, it's a lot easier to run stuff in there efficiently. There we go. Oh, it's just about time to get some sleep now. Oh, good, that's about to turn over for me. How do we do? You see, it's hard to argue with the choice to stay home and process when you're pulling down 75 grand a day and building up your ability to just do whatever you want for the next several weeks before you have to worry about money. Oh, and the bookseller's in town. I don't think I actually need anything from the bookseller unless it's significantly rotated. But we're gonna go take a look because we can, and I have to walk by Clint anyway to do some stuff. Put those up for a second. And spring, spring. Those are summer, 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 summer. So we're on to row. I really like the way that the new row perk expands the usefulness of doing like aged row and other fish-related stuff. It makes it a lot easier to get in like full keg house quality or full keg house quantities for the preserve jars. And yeah, we're gonna do the rest of the row up before we move into the other stuff. But we are about to turn into summer preserve jars, just as we're turning into fall crops, which is like almost the perfect balance of crops and machines. So I'm pretty proud of my investment in a balance of farming and crafting today. It's really working out about like I would really had hoped when I planned for it. It's been a good season. Strategy's working well. And we're going to see this all the way through to perfection. Unless y'all get me to 250 subscribers and trigger my automatic reset into the modded version of the game early. That is the deal. You get me to my next milestone, and I will give up the vanilla run even if it's not at perfection, and we will go to modded Stardew. Because I'm only a few weeks away from being at the point where I'm testing and deciding what to cull before I have a fully curated mod list. And there's like 3 in-progress mods I'm waiting for before I'll call it fully done. But when they come out, they're basically recipes and artisanal machines for new crops I've already added. When they finally come out, then I'll be ready. But I'll still go early if you want me to go early. Fine. Get me to 250. Yeah, we got some poppies popping. And I didn't bring the wheat with me, like I should have. So we're going to drop this stuff off and go see Robin and Clint. And that is that. Yeah, that's a big pile. I might wind up putting those melons in the dehydrator. Even though that's like some of the best markup wine, I might wind up putting peaches and oranges in the dehydrator too. This is just going to be a whole bunch of beer to make. Whoa, did I actually run myself out of recycler stuff? Nice. Very rarely do that because I very rarely sit still long enough to process everything like this. But if I'm right about my count here, burning everything for coal as I go back out to gather wood will basically be worthwhile right up until I've processed just about all my fish stacks. And then I should have enough trees left over to save the rest of the wood that's out there to harvest. And have enough to craft with in winter. And then it's going to be time to turn over new wood. Yeah, did I use the rest of it or did I tuck it away? I think I used it all. Okay, there we go. And we are... oh, I need hardwood for Robin. Oh, we are walking. Clint's geodes, Robin's hardwood. Get the mystery boxes. And hopefully we'll either grab a couple frozen tears or that freaking rare mineral that I need to finally advance that one fish pond. Yeah, let's go play surprise, and what the heck, I'll run some crab pots so I can get some recyclables. And then we'll come back and turn up our field. And oh hey, we got batteries. Hey, girly. There we go. Yeah, I don't need fishing experience. Yeah, I got that. Oh, that's new. I think I already have the price catalog, but Yeah, we're filling it out. We have a whole bunch of the book powers now. Oh, and that's a noticeable speed increase with running. Like, I'm not running triple shot espresso, but that looks a lot like I'm moving at triple shot espresso speeds, which means that the two levels of running speed upgrade are about equal to a zero point 0.5 boost. Yeah, I didn't check on this early enough. It's gonna just be processing week, but let's go check out the beach for forageables while we're down here. Ooh, nice broccoli. Broccoli. This is how you keep running the smoker. Your best markup comes from the fish that you catch that are rare, but your consistent payday is the fact that you can smoke so many clams. Yeah, that's a nice little zip. Yep, I never did make it over the cliffs. Dang it, I need to try to book it. I don't think I'm gonna make it, but I need to try. I'm not gonna have the inventory space anyway. We're gonna have to make Clint tomorrow. At least I got Robin going. God, I'm so distractible. You'd think I worked all day before coming on stream or something. Mm. Yeah, we'll get to it tomorrow, though, right? You don't need you all the time. Alright, let's go put some stuff up. I'm really not happy at how much I just blanked on walking over to Clint's that easily, that quickly. Trying not to get upset with myself over it, but that is the exact kind of thing that undermines a lot of my confidence that I am in fact making progress from week to week and month to month on some of these things. And that's hard. I'd like to think I'm getting better, but there's a lot of times that the evidence doesn't point to that. And I need to stop making value judgments based on it, because I'm doing what I can do. My brain does not cooperate with me a lot of the time. get organized about this trash and these iridium items that can go out. Yeah, I'm not even gonna run around trying to do all those other crab pot lines. Let's drop some stuff off. And then let's clean up the rest of what we have to clean up around here. And I will try to stop impatiently shaking my head at myself. I'm one of those people who firmly believes that everyone has their shitty person streak. There's just that thing that's gonna activate you and you're gonna be a piece of crap for a little bit. It's just everyone's got their fault lines. And one of my big ones is that I tend to judge myself in ways that would cause me to not want to associate with someone who judges others that way. I don't judge other people in that way. I'm not a hypocrite about, I don't want to hang out with gossips, but I'm a gossip. But I tend to be hard on myself in ways that would make me reel back and lay into someone about how they need to lighten the F up, and people are all doing the best that they can with what they have. If I saw someone else talking to someone the way I often think and talk to me, I'm like the one person in the world that I don't give grace to. And I'm working on that because it does make you a shitty person to do that. It makes you so constantly focused on your own faults that you don't do what you could do to actually help people in the ways that you are capable of. And yeah, it doesn't matter if your primary target is yourself. There's fallout to other people when you harp on your own downsides like that. I will stand on it. Makes you a shitty person to talk to about yourself because of the stress it puts on other people around you. Like, if you would hit someone for talking to your best friend that way, then why are you talking to yourself that way? That's really what it comes down to, isn't it? Yeah, that would you haul off and hit someone who talked to your best friend this way metric is a heck of a way to sober yourself up about many things in life. It works for am I being too hard on myself? Because it helps you see when you are talking about yourself in ways that you wouldn't tolerate someone treating another person if they were two people outside of you. And it also works for turning that out on other people. Like it works as an outward evaluator too. You know, If somebody I don't know said this about my friend, I would hit them. So why don't I feel that way about doing it to a friend that says that kind of thing about me? That's the way you turn it outward. Like you don't have to break a friendship and hit someone over it, like for real. But if it's the kind of thing that fills you with the urge to slap someone when someone says it to your friend, then maybe the people who say it to you aren't your friends. I'm autistic. It took me a long time to learn this. So, I talk about it out loud because maybe it'll help somebody else learn it. All right, that should do it for the night. Yeah, no, you know what? We'll hang out and turn it over one more time. Put just a few more crayfish in there. Those dehydrators are really nice. I like them as an addition to the game. Also, I'm a big dehydrated fruit fan in real life, and like have a half dozen cherry trees, mini ones that are going to get to about 15 feet tall, so you can put up a ladder and harvest the whole thing. Um, yeah, as they get bigger and start producing more than I can eat fresh or can, I plan on building some sun-dry racks and having as big a pile of dried cherries as I can possibly have every year. Because I think there is no pile of dried cherries that's big enough that I couldn't finish them over the winter, even at trees that produce 50 pounds of fruit fresh, even at having 5 of them. I like dried cherries that much. I eat them like some people just, snack on raisins or chips. All right, last day of the season. Everything dies tomorrow, except it doesn't, because wheat straddles the seasons. Wheat is the phoenix crop. Oh, I forgot and made the sturgeon row with the rest of the row, so that's going to throw my preserve dry times off. Dang it. Ah, I screwed myself up there. I'm supposed to save that row for its own thing. Yep. It's the midnight jellies. I'm not sure if I'm going down there for this one or not, because we did it last year, and they're pretty, but there's not a lot that's new down there. But I don't know, he snuck so many different secrets in, I might have to go back just to see if there's year 2 changes for the midnight jellies. Oh, maybe I didn't do the sturgeon row. Maybe I actually instinctively avoided giving myself a headache. That would be a first for me. That would be a Tina Monday original move that we had not explored before. Oh, y'all popped up before the end of the season on me. Okay, we're gonna have to come back for some flowers. It's a good day for us for harvesting, that's for sure. Okay, we'll come back through after we drop some stuff off and cycle some stuff. Oh, nice. So that starts with that. And then I gotta go back to the house to drop a bunch of this other stuff off. And those go for oil. And that goes in the windmill hopper. And let's make more pale ale. Smoked crayfish! Oh, yeah, these stations right here are why I'm no longer trying to process cheese and mayo every day. I'm working through everything at a pretty good pace here in just a few days at the end of the month, after having only really run it sporadically for most of the month. And I'm piling up some mushrooms. I'm going to take these common ones out. There's a certain number I'm trying to hit in the house for culinary desires. And that's a lot of what I've been working on as I tick through stuff and decide what goes to the house and what doesn't. All this stuff is going to sale. And let's get some flowers up. Now, once I run out of wheat, I'm not planting anymore. That's part of the trade-off of we're doing wheat to straddle the seasons here, is I'm just flatly done with wheat when I get done. We're not going to use it to fill out the end of the month at the end of fall if we run through the rest of our crops. We're either planting other short crops or we are filling things out by ending the season on fiber. One of the two. Aha! Lots of morels. Oh boy. I have enough oil, I don't need to hold on to all of that. Some of this is stuff I have stockpiles that are already bigger than what I'm using. So it just makes sense to cache them because we're gonna like have another storm and get more batteries before the end of the year. And I already have more batteries than I need, so know when to hold them and when not to. Alright. Okay, all this stuff over here is for sorting later. You go there. There we go. Okay, let's get back out there and finish up. And get some more hardwood taken down. And it's doing a pretty good job of self-propagating over here, which is exactly what I'd hoped to see when I laid down all of it. Yeah, we're gonna let those little sprouts come up. Alright. Yeah, it's a big pile of wheat right there. I am most certainly going to be running some at the end of the month, but that's a reason why I bought such a big pile. Whenever we run out, we run out, though. Okay, I'm going to need these back. And next step, we are going to take a little trip out to see. We're going to go see the traveling merchant tonight and pop over to the secret woods. And then we're going to plant some mahogany. Hmm. Oh, that looks nice. You know what? Let's get another sweet gem berry for the old inventory. I was hoping to get some coffee so that I could start some coffee when I get the greenhouse and appease the blobfish. But no luck yet. It'd be super neat if coffee was in the key mystery boxes. I've seen no evidence that's the case so far, though. There we go. Yeah, a bunch of the machines that I need for scaling up on fishing and other artisanal stuff is are gonna need hardwood. So between that and the fact that I can get a machine that gets normal wood out of the hardwood, we're pivoting to mahogany for my wood farms as quickly as we can. I'm just propagating it out as fast as I can and prioritizing it in the replant cycles over a balance of the other wild trees. And that is how that one is going. All right. I know I said at the beginning I was going to plant, but I think I'm actually going to leave that for tomorrow. I will almost certainly be doing some bonus streaming tomorrow in addition to Terraria, because I'm taking the day away from other higher pressure things. So I'll probably come back to this, and if I don't, it's going to be because I'm playing something like Hades a whole bunch. So yeah, you'll see me on tomorrow in more than just my evening stream, because this really does like help chill me out. Like this is a net increase in my ability to do things when I get on here. It's an outlet that I've needed for a bit. So I'm going to do as much of it as my circumstances will allow me. I don't want to overtire myself. There have been days I've definitely done it more than I should have, but it was because I was having fun, not because I was pushing myself. I still have to be careful about that, though. I am not a well woman, physically and not just mentally. Okay. I'm going to remind myself. Hopefully this will help it stick tomorrow when I send back. Whew. I'm in fact going to line myself up as thoroughly as possible for tomorrow. That reminds me, I need to go and reset my Krobus skills before it gets too late. Or reset my skills in the sewer and visit Krobus, I should say. My favorite little nervous anxiety riddle to ace in the game. I have other favorites in real life. Okay, let's put some of this stuff. So we have 4 of those. That's winter, that's winter. We're going to throw down mixed flower seeds and then start the fall with these. But we also need to go out purchasing because that's my whole fall seed lineup right now. And that is not going to cover the whole thing. So we'll have to go buy Pierre's just to be able to plant. And hopefully that will help remind me to do plants while I'm out there this time. Because, oh my god, girl, really? 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 Oh, dang it. I might be passing out in the sewer because I'm too distractible. But we're gonna make the run. That really is some pace with the 2 upgrade books. Add in the extra boost so that you don't get slowed down as much when running through crops, and it's really something. I like these new skill books quite a bit. I mean, look at the ground I'm covering and the speed. I may actually make it to that. Yep. I need to get rid of artisan. And I need to get pirate back in spec. And then yeah, that's gonna leave us right around 400 for getting through the month. That includes a giant purchase of seeds and a few more trees, likely. No, I don't need to buy spring trees yet. I can buy them at the beginning of winter. So yeah, we're done processing. I'm not gonna sit and turn stuff over, but if I have to go in the shed to drop stuff off, we'll flip fish while I'm in there. And we'll flip dairy until we run out of dairy, and then we'll wait till the end of the month. Yep, there we went. I didn't quite make it because I got distracted. But we got the important stuff. We got all the important stuff. See? And on that note, I am calling it a night. It's quite late. Got a couple things to wrap up. And I'm going to spend some time working on my Stardew modding situation tomorrow. And when I feel social, I'm going to pop in and we're going to have some talks. And I'm going to play some games for you. Now, if you're watching this on replay and you want to know when I'm on live, I'm on every weeknight at 6 unless I'm sick. And I'm on a whole bunch otherwise because I have to be very wary about going out where I could get sick from other people. So, this is a lot of what I do. And I talk to people who come in to talk to me. And I enjoy seeing that people watch me when I'm not live. And yeah, you can come in and talk when I'm live. You can catch up on your own time. I'm just glad you're enjoying the ride as much as I am. So, take care now.